Hey Pisces, this reading's for you guys. So let's go ahead and jump on in with the oracle cards, and then I can clarify with my tarot cards. So universe, what messages do you have for Pisces today? What advice, what guidance, what affirmations, maybe some warnings? What do you have to say to Pisces? What do they need to know today? And I just dropped a whole bunch of cards, so that's the universe's way of saying these are my messages. So let's see what she's got for you guys. So we have destiny, we have prosperity begins, we have the third eye chakra, which tends to speak to your intuition, your inner voice. We have moving on, movement, choices, and decisions, rest and rejuvenate, shadow, wisdom, accelerated motion, and I'm going to pull one more here. Transformation. So this is definitely speaking to me of personal growth. It's speaking of moving on from one stage of your life into another. Making choices, choosing a path that's going to make you much happier and give you a lot more of what you really want out of life. Now, I feel like things are going to be changing for you quite quickly as well. That destiny card to me, that speaks of this new future is your destiny. It's where you're supposed to go. It's what you're supposed to be doing. So I'm going to keep going. I'm going to get some clarification on this read here. Just keep building on it. I have the Justice card. Definitely represents, to me in all this, it represents a balance. And I think that's part of this transition. Is that maybe you felt like the way that your life was going, you weren't getting enough things that made you happy. So the scales were uneven. Your happiness was definitely lower down than it should have been. And I feel like in making these choices, in making this change, you're going to be bringing those scales back in balance. You're going to see a lot more happiness in your life. I have the Emperor card. And to me, when I look at him, I see the inner thought that it took to be able to choose this path. That you really took a deep look at yourself, honestly and logically, to decide exactly what it was going to do that was going to make you happy. And then you came up with a plan to action it. That's what he speaks of to me. I also have the Sun card, which to me is a good omen. It speaks of good things manifesting in your life. I got the Two of Cups, which speaks of a relationship. So I'm not entirely sure yet if this is an existing relationship or if this is a relationship that hasn't quite happened yet. So I'm going to keep pulling cards and we'll see if we can get some clarification. And as I said that, this was the card I pulled that sat right on top of the relationship card. So we're gonna keep going here with this one. So I got the Three of Swords, which represents separation, and it's not, this card doesn't always represent permanent separation. Sometimes it's temporary with the hope of reconciliation. But I also got the Ten of Swords, which speaks of a disappointing ending. Well, it speaks of something ending in a way that you didn't want. But if you see the light around the swords, it speaks of that this end is actually what you needed. It was the best thing for you. So I feel like this was maybe a destructive relationship. Maybe chipped away at your self-esteem for a long time. It was just dysfunctional. I'm not entirely sure how. I haven't had enough cards to really form a picture in my mind of that yet. But the devil tends to represent a person who's manipulative and who is destructive. So I'm thinking this other person's behavior is probably what caused the relationship to end. I have the Strength card, and I think it represents the strength that it took for you to deal with this breakup, this relationship coming to an end, and this choice to start a new life. I believe that this choice that you made and this new path that you're on is setting down a firm foundation from the future for your future. And I feel like this card also ties in with the Destiny card, that you are now headed in the direction that you're supposed to go to live the life that you're supposed to live. Oh, lies. I have the King of Swords, and as soon as I saw him, I just saw the word lies. I think this person was extremely dishonest. And I have the King of Wands, and I'm getting this real fiery energy off of him. I feel like this person was dishonest and they were aggressive. They were really not a nice person to be around. I have the Empress. Ooh, and in this, to me, I get the impression that you felt that, like, you could love this person's BS away. Like, if you were just nice enough, if you were just nurturing enough, oh, you could just make it all better with some love. But that's crap. That's crap, because this is who this person is. And they're just destructive, and all they would do is take you down with them. I have the Two of Pentacles, which also speaks of juggling and finding a balance. I have a little bit of an impression on that card too, but I'm going to wait to see if I get other cards that back me up on that one. I have the Three of Pentacles, which speaks of something that you've been working for a long time, that you're finally starting to see the payoff of. And I believe that's this change that you're making. This positive change in this new way of life, that you're going to start seeing new and wonderful things coming your way. Things that you've wanted are going to start coming to fruition. And the Knight of Pentacles just backed me up, because he represents what you've been working for a long time, finally coming to fruition. I have the Five of Swords here. The Five of Swords tends to represent selfish victories. I think it also speaks of this person. I think this person was very selfish. They were very, very self-involved. It was kind of all about them. As long as they got what they wanted, then everything was okay. But, well, even then, I don't think it was okay. I think they were a jerk. That's what I think. I think they were a miserable jerk. I got the Seven of Wands, which speaks of being assertive, drawing your line in the sand. And I think that's what you had to do. I think that's what you had to do. I have the Judgment card as well, which makes me feel like you had to make a choice in all of this. You had to decide what you were going to take in life and what you were not going to put up with. And I think those two cards tie in with that. And I think you decided that you were not going to put up with this person anymore. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's exactly what I thought the Two of Pentacles meant. I got the Ace of Wands, which tends to represent a man's part. And I got it right next to the Lovers card. I think this person was having an affair. I think this person was cheating on you. Those were the lies. That's what they were juggling. And I think you decided you weren't going to put up with that crap anymore. And then I got the Seven of Cups, which represents choosing wisely. So I think that also speaks of you making this choice to cut this out of your life. I got the Three of Cups. And the Three of Cups represents happiness and celebration. And I think that's what you have now that this person's gone. Now you have happiness, you can celebrate. Because you are now looking after yourself and looking after your own interests. And you are moving on from their garbage. And you are making yourself and your happiness important again. So I have the base chakra here. It tends to speak to the physical body or money. I pulled awareness, and then deception and envy, and recognition and reward. I feel like this person's still watching you. I feel like they're watching you. They're pissed that you left. They're keeping an eye on you. That's what these cards say to me. You need to be aware that this person is still watching you. And if you start up a new relationship, they might get jealous. Because I think they still feel like you belong to them. Or you should belong to them. And I think they might make trouble for you. I'm going to pull a few more cards here. So I got, this just so fits. I have the Authority card. I have the chakra that deals with your emotions, your creativity, your desires. And I got the Crown chakra, which speaks of spirituality. So I feel like when this person comes back to hassle you, because I don't think it's if, I think it's when. I think the Authority speaks of you putting on your big girl panties and telling them where to go and how to get there. And putting your desires, your emotions, putting you and what matters to you first, so that you don't get sucked into their crap again. That's what this says to me. Shaking off their negativity, shutting the door on that, and shutting them out, and sending them packing. That's what this read speaks to me of. Alrighty guys, I hope you enjoyed that read. If it resonated with you, please let me know. If it was helpful, please let me know that too. I love hearing from you guys, and take care of yourselves. Bye-bye.